I have
And
no clue what you have planned.
that's true, you don't. And I love that that is the first thing that is on this recording. Good morning, good evening. It's the middle of the day, so I guess neither. Um, right now, it's
It's
myself
morning.
and King. Well, for you, it's evening, right? It's like almost 5 o'clock. That's evening.
No,
All right, whatever. Semantics aside, it's not morning. All right, it's afternoon. Um,
it's morning when I say it's morning.
okay, whatever you say. Uh, it's been a long month plus since we've uploaded anything, and I hopefully will have enough time to edit everything myself. Learn how to edit before that. But I do want to check in, as this is a one-on-one. How are we doing with the campaign? How are we doing with Cirrus? Are everyone's favorite pet of the party?
Pet is such a wonderful term for what my character is. The only not the only animal base we do have a furbolg, but I mean, there's also a
Yeah, one could. Yeah, the lizard folk,
the lizard folk,
dragonborn.
dragonborn.
I would say we actually have way more animals than humans. I would say, which is honestly kind of
Well,
typical.
we I think we only have two humans.
Correct.
No, that's
Well,
not even two. It's one human and an elf
yeah.
subtype that I can't remember off the top of my head.
I thought she
Uh,
was. Oh, she's a high elf. Yeah, we gotta harp on that more. Um, nobody's been racist to her. Normally
but
people.
everyone's been racist to me. Like,
Yeah, left, right, and center. Well, there was the one character, Ivan, who thinks that everybody else is your pets.
I mean, I,
So
I
there
just have
is
that
you
air
do,
about me, don't I?
yeah, you do have one man that's like very firmly in your court. Um,
Then again, I don't think we ever exchanged names.
no, you didn't.
So as far as either of us are concerned, we don't know each other.
Yeah, well, that's what he explicitly said. Keep it that way, especially if you're still fucking you have your pet lizard. Oh my god, does Sirius
Well,
know which pet lizard he I almost said lizard? Which pet lizard he's talking
Rizzard.
about?
Uh, Probably not with a 7 intelligence.
I would say that's more of like an insight thing, which he's also not great at. But
I mean, he's not great, but he's not awful at insight. I gave him decent wisdom, I think.
that's true. I'm gonna roll in front of the board just to see. Yep, we still have the D6 problem. Hopefully by the next one-on-one or two-on-one, um, we will. Warning, minicules, chat logs forbidden. Okay. I think I just need to update a lot of stuff again. I don't know. But can you log in to Foundry and let's while I give some context as to what's going on. Um so right now we're having a little bit of a split up thing, which I've been planning on. I just have to kind of expedite the execution because some of our players are doing some very important life stuff right now. So the next few recordings that y'all are gonna see are gonna be a series of one-on-ones and two-on-ones that are that are gonna kind of like move on into the next arc of the story. Um King, any questions about stuff that's been going on? I know that we got a lot of chatter last time, so it was hard to.
Um, I mean, there's not really anything to. There's not anything I can think of to discuss at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, I'm being a for my horrible language barrier. I'm being a pretty good diplomat when it matters. So I guess let's go family lineage.
That's true. You are doing well for the family name. Um, the greatest enemy that your party has faced, or at least a member of your party has faced, you within minutes uh were smoking cigarettes, talking business and politics and interdimensional travel.
Yeah, the regular Tuesday activities.
And you also learned that that cigarette is quite a valuable magical drug, which would benefit someone like yourself or the merchant in your party. Maybe calling him a merchant's a little too kind. uh,
You might have to work a little bit.
he might have to work a little bit for it. Absolutely. So
Yeah.
there was a little bit of a lore dump that I forgot to do last time. You yourself, because you and I played in this mutual friend of ours campaign, already know what gates are and what portals are, and where all of the monsters come from and why even adventurers need existing in the first place. And we're not going to talk about that today.
Yep,
But
because I know and you know, and they get to know later.
later, yep. Um,
But speaking of this mutual friend, I guess that's another thing, I suppose, because of circumstances. I
oh,
think you can wing it personally.
yeah. Hopefully, we can get that campaign going on in the future. I know that Hampter is of the belief that that game will never come back, but I really hope that it will. Um, her
We'll see how
husband's
they
game,
react.
I have fully lost faith in, but and I love him though, but it's just because of how life's been. But that's why we keep the torch burning this way.
Big purpose
Also,
forever forward.
uh, I think as of yet, you are the only, if not one of the only players slash whatever I am, that has not accidentally name dropped somebody yet. Unsure.
Nope,
We're
that's a
gonna.
lie.
Oh, it is a lie. Damn it! Has anybody made it
Last
this far?
time at 2 hours 45 minutes.
Oh yes, 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 yes. That's the censoring I have to do. Okay, because I was gonna say you're our golden
We were
goose.
doing too
Please,
much gaming together and got too used to
yeah,
calling each other out by.
yeah.
It's not my fault that he decided to set his Discord name as his last name.
That's true. That's true. That is some bad OPSEC, and we have uh no, we haven't fixed him. I don't think we can fix him, but we love him all the same. And speaking of him, uh, after you leave Locke Locan's room with him, as well as Jesse, talking about, I mean, God's knows what, probably some incomprehensible nonsense. What do you?
Babbling off in their quote English language.
Yeah. Um, what do you do while the two of them are just rambling in this foreign tongue?
So
Soft fur, fresh garments. I imagine you're feeling good.
feeling much better. Probably going to actually that that would be a good thing to work on. I could be trying to close this language barrier.
You absolutely can. And you have a device. You have a device that can help you do so. Do you attempt to use your smartphone?
Other than the shenanigans of last night, yeah, I suppose I'll work
Sure.
on it as well.
Okay. Or what? I guess what method were you thinking of improving or removing this language barrier? What was the method that you would imagine?
Um,
Because right now you have a book that is Wood Elvish, a language that to remind everyone, barely speak. To Albanian, a language that seemingly they have misappropriated in assigning to you. At least with the recent revelations.
yes, I do not think Albanian will be a useful language to learn at this point in time. Maybe
Okay.
later down the road. Who knows?
Unfortunate, but I understand.
Um, so considering his lack of higher cognitive thinking, he probably would just start browsing, for lack of a better term.
Okay. You look at this smartphone, this iPhone 6S, and you see several apps in Wood Elvish. Little picture frames, each of a small caricature of some sort of idea, you figure. And one of them says translate on it.
Huh? Convenient.
You open up
Uh,
this. Oh, sorry.
no, I was gonna say I open it up.
Oh, I might have misheard you then. I thought you said that you had opened it. What did you say? Convenient?
I said, "Oh, how convenient,"
Oh, okay,
and
sorry.
then I would have opened it up.
I just thought you said I open it. I gotta get these headphones tuned. But opening it up, you just see you see an interface with two what's the word? With two inputs. One has already been predetermined to Wood Elvish, and that is on the left hand side. On the right, you see an array of symbols. You're assuming each is its own language or perhaps a term in a foreign language to you.
Hmm. He looks at the phone for a moment, just studying all these different languages. Um, he sits there and he thinks and he thinks. Then he has a epiphany, and in the box he types two words: chicken nugget.
You type in the words chicken nugget on the left hand side, I assume, or do you just type them in and see where it appears?
Uh, I believe you can only interact with the left-hand side.
uh, you can interact with both.
Me not pulling up my phone in real life to fact check this.
I'm also pulling up my phone in real life to fact check this. I do believe that you can type, yes, you can interact with both. We are
Well, no,
simplifying this a little bit.
the Translate app, if you tap it, it switches the language.
Oh, I'm using an old version then. Like a very old
I mean,
version.
I probably would have the old version.
Yeah,
I suppose
I'm
you'd be
using,
more accurate.
yeah, I specifically have an iPhone 6 for this. Just because I wanted to make sure that my descriptions were as accurate as they could be. Also, it's nice to have a reference from for a piece of technology that feels so ancient.
Yes. Well, I
Yeah.
suppose because he Sears would understand, hopefully, that chicken nugget is not a Wood Elvish term. That maybe if I put it in the opposite box, I might get a result.
Oh, okay.
This
Actually,
takes several minutes to figure out, by the way.
oh, I can only imagine. I'm also testing this in real life to see what happens. Uh, Inputting this, you see, detect in Wood Elvish, you see detected language English, and then it spits out the Wood Elvish words for chicken nugget.
Hmm. What is the most ass backwards way to go about this?
I suppose
Uh,
I will leave that up to you.
so I suppose he would look. I don't think he's smart enough to look at the character set for each language and try to compare them,
Oh no.
like, at
I
all.
would say that you would notice on the space bar, you do see the words Wood Elvish in Wood Elvish, and you can see arrows pointing in either direction.
As like, this goes straight over Sears's head.
Any bilinguals or multilinguals in chat are shaking their heads right now, myself included.
My brother in Christ, I am taking my final Spanish class for college.
And you've never, not even once, tried to put the fucking Spanish keyboard on your phone?
Uh, no.
Good God, man.
Usually, well, I don't type the letters in Spanish. Like, usually if I want to use one of those letters, I just hold down the letter and then slide over. Like, I just figured out how on a Windows computer to put in any accent marks.
I'm so sorry. I feel terrible for you. Um I mean, I guess you really are in Sirius's position right now because you don't know what those do.
Okay, he has no idea. Uh, well, at least I have. I'm sorry, my dog is making noises. I don't know if it's picking up or not.
Not picking up, but do say hi to Jack for me.
Um, the problem with having an infinite access to all of the collective knowledge on Earth is you don't know what you have access to.
Correct. Sirius does not understand that he has the Library of Alexandria, or I guess in his words, the Royal Libraries of Silver in his pocket, or
Right?
in his
And
hands, actually. And he's looking at it. Libraries without librarians are just repositories.
well, then I suppose Cirrus could note down in the his best possible effort the language that he needs.
Okay, you write crudely English on what? To throw you a bone, I
I don't
will
have.
say that your room has parchment paper, ink, and
Oh, thank
quills.
God!
Um,
Because if I didn't have parchment, ink, and quills, he'd
he
be
would never
completely
know how
lost.
to write. Yeah, the lands beyond are quite interesting technologically speaking when looking at the history of Ostrobon.
This isn't quite quality parchment or quality ink.
I would say they're like a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
You know, this college can only imitate so much in its spectral spaces.
I mean, it's all right. Uh, I believe that in conjunction with the atta- what else did he do? Was was it the map he tried to figure out?
The map he successfully figured out, and then he got chased out of a Crunch Fitness.
No, no, no. He was doing something else in the night that we were talking about, and then I
Oh,
can't remember what it was.
you were trying to figure out you were trying to identify features of Jay. Jay is the person of interest that was pointed out to you. You would notice that they had a excuse me. You would notice that they had a really strange set of spectacles that had feathers go out horizontally in each direction, and then 2 sets of feathers going vertically, each forming a sort of wing. Um, I think you, the player, had probably figured out what one of the feather sets, the rainbow one, identifies, but the other one, both you and our fox friend have no idea. I can remind you of the colors
Uh,
if you like.
I am a visual learner, so without a visual, I am in the dark.
Let me get you a visual then. Um, I
This dog really needs to stop, though.
um All right. Um, I believe PNGs are the ones that can be transparent.
I,
Oh, of
I will
course
not
they
be
have a
bringing.
fucking watermark on this. I don't care. Let me just make an actor for you, just so I can. Oh wait. Yeah, we'll,
Feelings
we'll mark
stealing
this as a.
best. I enjoy taking things that do not
You're
belong
goddamn
to
right.
me.
I like taking things that do not belong to me. Um, Assets. You're goddamn right. I stole an image from PNG tree. throw that in there. A little more detailed than what we're looking at here, but the wing on the left has this sort of pattern.
Hmm.
Actually, I will leave that for you for reference for a moment. All right, this next one, this one's gonna be a little tough to find a reference for. Oh wow, perfect. All right. Yeah, this is gonna, and it's so cute and it's so little, and you're not gonna understand what it means, but I love that. All right, let's
What I
make.
do understand is my dog keeps crying at me.
Hopefully, at least one person in our viewers will understand. But yes, there's 4 wings, 2 of them uncolored. Um,
He's so cute, but like so needy, and he's not gonna do anything.
Oops, that's no good.
That's the same exact
That's the same exact
picture.
thing. On my end, it's not the same. Just for reference. How the fuck do I fix that? Hold on.
Well, it's 5
Appearance.
o'clock somewhere, so time to start drinking.
All right,
Kidding,
guy.
kidding.
Um,
I don't drink.
yeah, you don't drink.
I don't smoke.
That's another thing that you. All right, and what the? Okay, hold on. We're gonna pause really quick.
Crying and wanting attention.
Uh, wait. Do you actually know what that is? God damn it! I was
Yeah,
trying to get
it's
that on the recording. Wait, if you did not understand what this one was based on the description, but you
I
understand what.
wasn't certain.
Oh, okay. But yes.
Now,
So
now I can say with
now that you the player know, I can delete these.
yes.
But yeah, a little bit of oh no, don't import any data. Delete that. But yes, you see a kobold. At least you saw. Obviously, right now you're focusing on a much more important task: language, communication. Although one would say that a personal journey is also quite important. But yes, that would be little J, the kobold friend that was, or enemy. It wasn't really made clear to you. It's just that they're important and you shouldn't mention Ivan to them.
Not that I know his name, just what he looks like, and I'd sound like a racist if I talked about him that way.
Yeah. There's really
Yeah,
no winning for you. I feel like out of all the characters so far, you have had the most there is no winning for you kind of situations.
and you know what? I make the best of it anyways.
You're goddamn right you do.
Might be a short drop of audio as I let this dog outside to do absolutely nothing, but 1 moment.
For sure. Let me pause for you. Okay, and we're back. Um, if you'd like, or I guess I should say, how else does Sirius try and like learn some English, do some English, as it were?
I suppose one of the what would be a good way to do that?
You've already learned the words chicken nugget in Wood Elvish due to your backward searching.
I'm I can't do anything based off of the actual script of the language because haha, 7 intelligence, this is good for the character.
Yep.
Oh yeah, let's also give him a language barrier, make it even better.
I will say, if you'd like, I can roll a perception check on your behalf because I know you're not at your computer right now.
Yeah, go for it.
Oops, I did not mean to roll at a disadvantage if I did. Yep, I did. Use guidance. No, no, no. This is involuntary. 11 plus 12 for a 13. You do notice a little caricature. It looks like a rounded. The top looks like a rounded oval. However, the bottom half has a strange triangular extrusion that follows a triangular intrusion. And it goes down to a to like excuse me. And it closes at the bottom, flat, not rounded, and you see three little lines. And after noticing this for a moment, you realize that this almost seems to be some sort of caricature of the profile of a human head.
Okay, maybe I might have seen this. As I said before, uh, visuals really help.
Look, man, I can't have.
No,
Do you
I know
touch
you
this
can't give
thing?
me everything.
Do you touch this thing? Yes or no?
Ah, why not? It's like,
Chicken
huh,
nugget.
interesting. Taps it again.
Oh my.
Chicken nugget.
Taps it again.
Chicken nugget.
I don't know how. Wait, no, we already talked about how soundproofing works. It's basically non-existent. So for the next, I don't know how long, it's just going to be every once in a
Chicken
while
nugget.
it can be heard
Chicken nugget.
until
He doesn't try to mimic the sound or anything. He just keeps pressing the face. I just want this to be clear to everybody else.
it's kind of like the
Chicken
lizard
nugget.
scene.
The lizard button.
Yeah,
Lizard.
lizard, lizard, lizard. No,
Chicken nut. Chicken nut. Chicken nugget.
Yeah,
he's just gonna. It's kind of like he's attempting to form a coherent thought while pressing this button
yep.
on what to do about this newfound knowledge.
Well, you have learned that if you write something in Wood Elvish, this thing shows you what English looks like and possibly what it sounds like. Because to you this sounds like fucking gibberish. This just sounds like the word that was taught to you. Slightly less like lively in its intonation, but this machine does a really good job of mimicking the sounds that Locke taught you. Does he press the button
He's
again?
going. He's going to press the button again and look at the English spelling of this word.
Chicken
Uh,
nugget.
and he's the thing about language. It's so beautiful that you got to know the script a little bit to attach it.
That's true. That's very true.
There's no way in hell he can break it down at all. Is there?
You know what? Give me intelligence with advantage, because you've been really locking in on these two words. It is raw intelligence. Not that I
So
think you
yeah,
have
-2.
proficiency in any intelligence based.
Oh
Actually, no,
no.
you do have history. And history is probably the closest skill that I can think of to language anyways, aside from a charisma-based skill, so I will give you history at advantage,
I mean,
which is a plus
I
0.
somehow learned Celestial and
Like you learn
Wood Elvish.
Celestial and Wood Elvish is a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, no, that's a little bit of a stretch. The Celestial though might be a side effect of a different thing that we're not going to get into tonight.
Yep.
Or today.
Um,
Uh,
but yeah, you speak, almost 4 languages. Surely this primitive tongue could be
I may
conquered
or
by the
may
mighty
not need you to
Cirrus.
roll it because I'm still.
Oh, still outside with the pupski.
Yeah.
All
Well, I mean,
right.
I'm kind of at the door. He's just laying down.
He just
I'm about to
wanted some
carry him
sun.
inside. He's not even in the sun. He's laying in the shade.
Do you guidance yourself for this roll?
Go for it.
All right. By the power of,
Chicken nugget.
you get an 18. So you sound this out and repeating this word over and over and over again. You're grasping the very, very basics of this language. Where you can read some simple emphasis on simple words. Monosyllabic, I would say, is where you're at in terms of reading. And even
Read,
then,
yes. Understand, no.
Yeah. But I will say, mark yourself at 18 out of 25. Actually, 18 out of 30, I think is what we said. For
Yeah, I think
your
number's 30.
first your basic understanding of the English language. You will be able to make a check again after 2 long rests. So mark that on your I don't know if you mark that on your character sheet or somewhere else, but wherever you mark it, just mark that you have 2 long rests, including the one that you're about to get.
Okay, so I'm just gonna mark it as 1 long rest because I already took the long rest after last night.
Okay.
Or the week ago.
So after a long, maybe 2 hours of
Chicken nugget.
you are starting to understand how some of the letters in this strange and backwards tongue are pronounced. I also think at this point these are probably Sirius's favorite words in English.
It's the only ones that truly get him.
Yeah.
Uh,
they just
one
gotta
moment, switching
speak
back.
to him. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. Oh, did we lose him? There he is.
I switched back over.
I hope that audio change wasn't jarring for any of our listeners, but if it was, well, you're probably going to sleep anyways listening to this. Yeah.
I can't wait for this chicken nugget shenanigans to bleed over into someone else's experience.
Don't tell anyone. But I absolutely am going to just have a random. I'm just gonna press that button at random, and I'm just gonna act like nothing happened.
Why would I tell anyone? It's the bit.
Yeah. But after a couple hours of hard studying of this language, you feel a little accomplished. I mean, surely with strange and backwards words like this, it doesn't get much more complicated from here.
The word Worcestershire sauce looms in the background.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to mess it up, chat.
Maybe King has to tackle fucking W sauce first before Cirrus can.
I usually don't mess it up.
Yeah, I know. I don't think you've ever messed it up before, which is the funniest part of that.
It's Worcestershire,
yeah. Like Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah, sure, that place that totally exists.
I've been there. It's neutral negative.
And just like I usually do, when I'm up on my phone late at night, Cirrus probably magically passes out in the middle of it.
Yeah, you at some point commit the entire pronunciation. By the way, I know that you are monosyllabic in your like imitation of English, but you can pronounce chicken nugget perfectly.
Gee, I wonder why.
But wearing your bathrobe, at some point, the phone boops your snoot with one final
chicken nugget.
And you are unconscious.
God, I love when the phone hits me in the face.
Yeah, and unlike real life, that's how you know this is fantasy, because that doesn't immediately wake you up and shock you to attention. You just fall asleep. Although it is like half the size of a normal phone. Like honestly, you could like slap somebody lightly in the face with this, and it wouldn't hurt all that bad.
So much lighter, somehow.
Um,
They're talking about how they make new phones lighter. No, doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. But as you almost momentarily after you drift off to sleep, you are awoken to a bright, blinding light. Your hand is on a door, and you're already 1 foot up in the air, approaching to exit whatever room you're currently in. Taking in your surroundings, you're in what seems to be some kind of stone and brick and mortar home. You can hear birds, perhaps a dog, or some sort of canid, and the chatter of people in this strange and backwards tongue. However, unlike moments ago where this language was completely foreign to you, you seem to understand what is being said. You hear somebody asking for something called hot dogs and attending something called a grill. And bits of chatter between some older folks. What do you do?
Is it just bright?
It's very hard to see. You stand in a doorway inside a room that is dark, only illuminated by the light coming from outside of this room. The door that you are holding just ajar.
I suppose I would step out into the light.
As you step out into the light, several things happen in quick succession. Multiple people wish you a happy birthday. You were lifted into the air by somebody that you believe is your father, but he doesn't have the furry features that you remember. This is a human man. And before you even have a moment to say anything, you are ushered in front of an older gentleman sitting in what appears to be some sort of throne, but not made of metal or wood or frankly any material you've seen before. It almost seems like solid polished glass, but not transparent. A stark, brilliant white, almost like that of a pearl. You see a couple others, also older folks, in these similar thrones, facing towards you. But an older man with a cane in one hand and his fist enclosed around something in the other somewhat beckons you forward.
I will approach this seeming council of elders.
As you approach, the older man extends his arm and lifts you up, seemingly without effort, into his lap, and offers you a gold coin. We've been saving up for your birthday. You're gonna be a man soon. And he places it in your hand. Don't go spending it all in one place now, son. And don't tell your father. You see your hands as he puts this gold coin in them, and they are not your hands. These are small, soft, fleshy human hands. Your claws have been reduced to painted nails. And your skin is light, almost like a lily or some kind of flower, peach toned perhaps. The detailing on this gold is immaculate. You see on one side pressed the faces of several men, partially obscured by this document that they seem to be scribbling on. And on the other side, you see an anvil hammered down on with sparks engraved in it.
I will roll the coin in my hands.
As you roll the
Just
coin,
look at it.
it's truly brilliant, flawless even. Moving across it left to right and back. The sun reflects on it and momentarily blinds you as you can do this action. You blink and you are somewhere new. A massive room lit with lights so intense they're almost aggressive and somewhat hard to adjust to for a moment. You notice dozens, no, maybe 100 young humans in a large eating hall of sorts. Many of them are at wooden tables with metal chairs that come out of the tables, sitting with what seem to be paper trays and food. You notice that a small group of boys is somewhat huddled together in front of you. They keep glancing back at you, particularly a tall blonde boy. You notice that you're holding some food. It looks pretty similar to the human food that you had before on another one of these paper trays.
Hmm.
You hear the words faker and liar and thief. From these young boys.
Kind of just look at them and tilt my head to the left.
As you observe them, they continue to snicker. One of which breaks from the group, the same blonde boy who's been looking at you. And it's almost as if he takes a single step and is in your face, but moments ago he was 10 or so feet from you, maybe a little closer. These lights are so blinding and bright, they almost give you a headache. And as your eyes strain to adjust still, you notice that the boy has been saying something to you, but you can't tell what. He then reaches out under your tray and grabs your pocket and shakes it. You hear the shaking of some coins. Looking down, you're wearing some sort of denim with a coin purse, a leather coin purse attached.
I will do nothing.
While you pause, the boy seemingly freezes at this inaction And then he makes the same sounds again. This time you're able to focus on them a little bit more. You make out the words. If it's real, show me. And he tugs on the coin pouch again. Seemingly in the same way.
Am I able to speak?
You try to speak, and you speak. What do you try to say?
If one does not have faith in this world, then what do they have?
He takes a step or two back. And then almost in the blink of an eye, he once again is right in front of you, shaking your coin pouch, and then moves back again, looking at you with the same confused expression that you gave him moments ago. You're talking funny. What's wrong with you? You notice in the distance a group of young girls beckoning you over. Maybe around 10 or 15 feet away, a table behind these boys is full of girls except for one individual seat. Seems to be left open for you. And at the corner of your vision, you see one of these girls stand up and beckon you over. But the boy still stands in your path, arms crossed, staring at you with confusion.
I cannot choose what you choose to believe. That is for you. And I will attempt to walk past.
As you walk past, he shoves his shoulder into your shoulder, turning you around and making you drop this human food on the floor. But by the time that your head has fully turned around, you're holding the gold coin in front of a group of the same boys. You're outside now, and the light is brilliant, shining the reflection of the coin into the eyes of a couple of these boys. You catch yourself mid-laugh before you realize where you are. A couple of these boys are touching the coin as well, but you are holding it with every ounce of strength you have. You hear mutterings. Oh my god, it is real. Did she fake it? Is that like a silver with some paint on it? Couldn't be, right?
Mm.
As you hold this gold coin with everything your little human hands have, it feels as if the men writing on their document can feel a strange and unknown fear, but also pride. As you look at them and you look at this group of boys that you are surrounded by.
I suppose I will try to close it in my hand and try to put it away.
As you close your hands around this coin, the hands that were clamoring over each other, trying to reach it, to feel it, to observe it, to just know what it looks like, retreat. And these young children slowly back away from you. You notice in the group at the front is the same blonde boy who now has his feet painted all over his face. His hands are clenched into fists as he buries them in his pockets. And you turn away and leave. Taking just one step, you appear in a room that almost looks like a strange human imitation of the classroom that you were taught in. Instead of a board with chalk, there's another one of these strange glass canvases almost that are written upon. You see mathematics being described, English being written on the wall, strange symbols accompanied with numbers, and about a dozen or so other children are writing in these books. The lights flicker, and this material on the board changes to what seems to be some sort of scripture, references to gods or heroes, perhaps a king. And you notice that your foot hits the front of one of these wooden desks, and you can feel the leather pouch where your coins were, and it feels off. Do you just sit and observe, or
I suppose I will check the pouch.
as you check your pouch, um, give me a perception check.
Using my perception, correct?
Using your perception. Still gotta fix up. Nine beats an 8. Um, you see at the door, the blonde boy peering with just his forehead and his hair partially covering his eyes, uh, looking at you from just outside the room. And as you both make eye contact for a moment, he immediately vanishes. You can hear steps in the hallway, quickly getting quieter as he runs off somewhere else. Your hand on the leather pouch does not need enter it to know that it is empty.
I will sit there and witness I'm going to assume class and let this rest on my mind for the time being.
As you process this, the lights in the room flicker one more time. You notice that the faces of everyone in this room and the things that they're saying make less and less sense to you, almost moving out of focus as it progresses. Some sort of story about two lovers just becomes white noise until you see the apparent teacher stabbing themselves with a prop of sorts and pretending to fall to the ground, screaming about some sort of lover named Romeo. And class adjourns. Before you can even fully stand, you are back at the house again. This time, the door stands in front of you closed. The only things you can see are the outline of the door. Just little bits of light coming through. You open it?
I will try to.
Opening the door, you see the same green grass that you saw before. A stone walkway leads you down a couple steps attached to this building to the same council of elders that you met before. This time, their expression much less joyous. Upon a wrinkled face, you see almost the traces of a grimace in the same older gentleman as he holds his walking stick or staff, or perhaps just a rod, and extends an arm to you, beckoning you down the steps.
I will approach.
Your vision blurs as you take each step. You notice wetness on your face, not immediately getting wicked away by your fur as it normally would. It sits there. And with the step, it falls down and impacts the stone near your feet. And by the time you make it to the old man, he just picks you up in his arms and just presses your head firmly against his shoulder. The only words you hear are, "I'm sorry, darling." And you wake up, wetness on your face as it was in the dream. On your phone, the only light in this room, you see the same words that you typed in there right before you had fallen asleep.
I suppose he wouldn't have a concept of what time it was, like at all.
Your room is pitch black aside from the, excuse me, aside from the light blue off-white hues coming from this strange device that you were given a few hours ago, maybe yesterday. Hard to tell in this moment.
Hmm. Cirrus will think back to his own childhood. There were no others, children that is. That was fine. But he doesn't really relate it to the losing of the coin that is, to any loss of wealth. He needs not prove any of that. But thinks about his home for a moment, and then he thinks, there could have been nothing behind that door.
That could have been.
He's going to just look down at his left hand.
The same nondescript because, you know, we're not gonna append human hands to fox folk. You can describe it if you'd like, but it's your hand. Your claws are not painted. The same color they always were. And the wetness on your face as you sit up and look has immediately been somewhat absorbed and moved away by the fur on your face. You are still you. Give me one more perception check. Or, if you would prefer, you can give me a luck roll at advantage.
I'm pretty sure that advantage comes out better than +2
We'll
most
see.
times.
We'll see.
That is a 17.
17. You instinctively go to wipe your eyes, and you notice when you do press them that there is almost like crystals forming at your eyelids. A kind of pure white, almost quartz sand. A few grains of it end up on your fingers.
Hmm. That's odd. Going to rub it around in his fingertips.
As you rub it around in your fingers, it doesn't seem to break down or anything, although at a few angles, feeling this between them, it does feel almost sharp. A little strange that however this got on you, it didn't wake you up.
Do I feel rested?
You do. You've completed your first of 2 long rests. That'll allow you to make your next speech check. You don't know how much time has passed, but you imagine it's been several hours.
spells do I have access to again?
Your spell slots return.
Oh no, I know that part. I'm just
Oh, what
looking at
spells do you have
spells.
access to?
I don't really have a light-based spell. Do I have dark vision? I don't think I have dark. I might actually. I probably do have dark vision.
You do. You do have a form of dark vision. I believe that Foxfolk, it's only up to 20 feet. But that's enough to see around your room.
He will verify that his garments are okay dried.
As you take a look at your silk garments, your robes are well dried. It seems that nothing in your room was disturbed as well while you were asleep, although you notice that the door was not fully closed, not necessarily open or ajar, but just needed a light touch to fully close and for the latch to click. But you see no signs of intrusion as you check your garments.
In the darkness, he will change back into his regular attire. Would he fold up the robe?
That's between you and whatever gods you believe in.
Nah,
I
he
cannot
wouldn't fold
answer.
up his robe. He's never done that before.
Yeah, the servants do that.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to fold.
Would that be something that his teacher would have taught him?
Why would he teach him how to fold? He'd never have to worry about it.
Still, an ounce of respect for those who work with you. They'll
I mean,
always
if you
be
want to put it
there.
up to a coin flip,
Yeah, let's do a coin flip.
heads will say he did learn how to fold and would.
Well, you remember for a moment a memory of your old teacher explaining to you the importance of respect and something else escapes your memory. He told you how to treat garments, but he was probably speaking about bedding. Not like you could remember.
Yeah. So, into a fine bundle it goes, where
Oh,
it's promptly discarded onto one of the low tables.
and discarded it is. Forgotten about moments after it leaves your hands. Is there anything else you do before leaving?
He doesn't know anything about battery life or any of that. He's just going to stow his pair of size, make sure that half a cigarette is still tucked away nicely.
You
Um,
look at the emerald green cigarette. Exactly in the condition you had found it before you went to bed.
take his staff from its, I'm going to say mantelpiece, and whisk it away with a flourish, and then step through the door.
And with that, I think we're gonna hold her here. As you step through the door, you see the same open area. A window seems to have formed in the little excuse of a kitchen. And you notice that it's still dark out. There's some light coming through. Perhaps it's right before dawn. But I think that's where we're going to hold her for today. How we feeling,
I
boss?
mean, I could look for Jay.
You could actually. You know what? Roll me a luck check.
I mean, I guess you choose the numbers because I don't know what you want from this. 14.
14. I'll say that's high enough. You've woken up early enough in the morning that nobody else is around, or at least has stirred as far as you're aware. Phone in one hand, sighs at your side. Does Cirrus leave?
You can't write anything down. Yeah, he's just gonna leave.
Well, he could. I don't know if anybody would understand it.
No, no one will understand it, so there's no point.
I could have sworn somebody else speaks Wood Elvish. Does he? Oh, he doesn't write Wood Elvish.
No.
Um,
Geek is a barely.
you are trained in the script of the gods. I guess you just don't know if anybody else knows.
There
Like,
hasn't been any signs.
there has not been any signs. I leave it up to you then. Cirrus, by yourself, armed to the
Yeah, we'll just
fangs, leaves. Stepping out of the door and leaving your dorm room behind. Where do you go? You've learned
Well,
of a
there's
few
this
places.
this handy dandy pin that I believe is for Jay's location. Though I do
You
not know if there is a time attached to that.
you do know that there is a small little picture of a kobold in this cartography app that you have found. As you tap it, you see a bunch of text, some of which makes sense to you, but there are things like ETA and MI that don't quite make sense to you. But you do see a direction in which to go.
I'll just start padding along that direction quietly in the early morning.
Moving along, you walk through the halls of the dormitory. Large, wooden, featureless walls echo every single step as you walk your way to the end of the hall. Going down the stairs, you see up and down, seemingly endless. I've never quite noticed before. It dawns on you that it might be important to know how far up or down one can go. But at this moment, you are set on a task. Leaving the building, you notice that this path leads you past the eating hall and somewhat in the direction of the parliament that you were in before. The sort of classroom that also acts as a gathering of sorts. You see a building that has a large bucket. The bucket is suspended in a sign that says, well, Cirrus would know what the mum symbol looks like by now, right? I feel like that we can say that he can identify.
It's plastered everywhere.
It's plastered absolutely everywhere. In the same strange iconography that dots this entire place, almost like a disease. A bucket is suspended in the central symbol, spilling over, and inside it is not water or ale, but you see swords and staves and daggers and wands, all carved out of what you would assume to be wood, suspended partially, flowing almost out of this bucket. And at the bottom of where these items would fall, you see a set of glass doors.
Cirrus would lightly rap on the door.
You knock on the door, and nothing happens. seeing through the glass, it's quite dark. There doesn't seem to be any interior lighting. The only light that comes from the rising sun to your back has not the ability to pass through this glass for some reason.
Hmm.
And looking upon it, this glass does not reflect like a mirror or seemingly let you see through to the other side.
So what? It's like looking into pitch.
As you observe it and get really close, you can almost see your reflection in it, but not like that of a mirror. Almost like maybe looking into oil or pitch like that.
Just going to just cock his head over to the right. Just gently tapping the glass.
As you touch it, it has a strange sensation. Doesn't quite catch your finger like smooth glass would. This, upon closer inspection, is a different material, one that you have not encountered before. It shines like glass, but when you touch it, you feel as if this could deform without shattering.
This is interesting. Um, suppose I'll just look around, see if there's any signs. Maybe there's some yellow paint around here somewhere.
Looking around, you do see some signs. Unfortunately, they are all in English.
Yep.
However, you do see a sign with a bunch of numbers. Unfortunately, all of the writing is in English, and these numbers could mean anything. You see a lot of 600s, but it's separated with a colon for some reason.
Where have I seen this sequence before?
And 10 separated with 2 zeros on the other side. Perhaps 1,000. Maybe this is the amount
Then
of
again,
money that you need. Unclear.
He doesn't know what these numbers are.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, he
true.
did.
No, he knows the numbers.
Yeah, that I think might have been able to get the numbers.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I will say also that as you look upon the sign that is next to this door, you notice that it is made of the same glass-like material that those chairs were made of in the dream. But with a light breeze, you see this material wave in the wind, deform, and hit back against the stone wall without incident. Without so much as scratching you.
He's going to see if there's anything at all that the phone can do to help. Because apparently, if you keep using this thing.
So, may I ask you to be a little more specific as to how you how you interact with this device?
There's the number panel, and then there's the number panel on the device. You see,
Okay.
the numbers and numbers. Something might happen if they put up next to each other.
You so you've left your cartography app. By the way, I forgot to mention, when you do approach the doors, you do see a little dragon and what appears to be a dunce cap, but it's striped in a swirl, blow some confetti and say in Wood Elvish, you've reached your destination. Leaving the cartography app, you move to the telephone app and then type the number 600.
Not the exact thought.
Okay.
Out of over the table, I guess, so
Yeah.
to speak.
Explain to me,
He's-
like, person to person, what he's doing.
He's trying to compare, like, when you click on a phone and you see the time.
Clicking on.
Perchance.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I'll give you. If you'd like, you can roll a luck check again really quick because there is an extra bit of information that you could get with a different check. Let's see if you just notice it.
16.
You are. It's crazy that when it's just us, your fucking dice are hot, but when
Natural
we're in the group,
twos,
yeah.
a -1,
a -1 somehow.
-2 to intelligence
Yeah.
with that one. Let's go.
What's the word? So you notice a couple things. One, in the top right hand of this device, you notice a similar structure. 2 digits on one side and 2 digits on the other. Instead of 0600 separated by a colon, you notice that you are 0437. If only you could increase these numbers somehow. However, you do notice at the bottom of the sign, it says... No, I won't be too mean. It says a phrase that ends in a question mark, which you've deduced is some sort of request. And then it has 3 numbers, 3 numbers, and then 4 numbers, which momentarily reminds you about the Black Dragonborn that you met. When he spoke to you on the device, it was also 3 numbers, and 4 numbers.
But I know what we're gonna do today. I fumbled the an app.
Yeah. You see,
I think the calling one.
Yeah, you see what appears to be some sort of strange clamshell with a dent in the middle. These backwards and indiscernible caricatures all feel the same as you fumble through them. But do you mimic the numbers on this sign?
It is quite literally holding up next to the numbers. Slowly. Comparing them, making sure they match up, and then tap.
You see a green button at the bottom that lights up,
Tap.
goes from gray. You press it.
I put to press the green button.
You hear a click. What, man? I'm trying to sleep. You notice
first
these,
language that comes to mind.
you notice that these words are in bee speech.
I respond in bee speech. Hello?
Yes, what do you want?
I am here to meet 1J.
You have an appointment? Why would you come here so early? Didn't you read the sign?
My friend, I can't read it.
Are you blind or something? If you are, I'm sorry. If not...
Look, it is a miracle I figured out how I'm even speaking to you.
Are you high? Where did you find this number? Who are you?
I'm I am one of the and he attempts to say the word students
In English?
in English.
Jeez,
Uh
pal, don't hurt yourself.
and I was told that I might have better odds here if I met one J. Um Also the fact that uh I cannot read this English language. It's a lot.
Okay. I'm already up. Just walk in. The doors are unlocked. I can't lock them. It's part of my sentence.
Completely lost on the sentence part, he opens the door.
You open the door and you step in. Looking inside, it is pitch black.
Even with dark vision.
Even
Yep.
with dark vision and even with the sun's light, as the edge of the sun slowly cresting over the horizon, the light from the sun, you can even see the rays over your shoulder stop dead about a foot from where you stand.
Yeah, it's probably fine. He steps in.
You step in and the door closes behind you. And you can even hear the door closing. You hear it twice, once right behind you, and then a second time almost through this strange device. And before you have time to ponder the meaning of that, you are surrounded by red velvet curtains on three sides. And you notice that even though you didn't turn around, you're at the end of a hallway. Warm light coming from nowhere in particular, or at least nowhere that you can discern, lights up a room, or a hall, I should say, with a soft amber carpet and these strange red velvet curtains to the front of you and to your left and right.
Cirrus contemplates taking off his footwear in such a lush place.
Does he?
And decides that probably not. No one else has done so.
True, but there's no one else that you can see.
You know what? For the bit, he will.
As you remove your footwear, you can hear twice. Jeez, thanks. Not a lot of people have respect for this place. A small voice emanates from your hand and behind you. The same voice.
I'm going to look to the voice.
Turning around, you see a hall made of the same materials that ends with some curtains that are slightly parted, but not enough to see what's behind there. In front of you, and for the first time, somebody significantly shorter than you, standing only at 2.5 feet tall, you see what appears to be Jay. A kobold with dark, almost charcoal scales that have a bit of either a red edge or reddened edge to them. It's hard to tell in this lighting, but something seems a little off about him. Not like any kobold you've seen before. He wears basketball shorts, and a shirt that says "Just Do It" in B speech with a little check mark.
Gods know what any of that means.
I really hate
But
having to get the stains out the damn carpet, so I appreciate that. Yeah, and he moves a pair of black spectacles up on his face so that he can rub his eyes as he extends a hand up to you. Yeah, I'm Jay. What do you want?
my name is Cirrus Kitsuin. Um, I was informed I should speak to you on my predicament by the concerned individual.
Concern for me or for you?
I want to say for me in this instance.
He sighs. All right, well, come on. And he just, without another word, turns around and starts walking towards the slightly parted curtains. I don't have all morning now. And he scratches the back of his head, just above the nape of his neck. Do you follow him?
This is I will follow, and
Okay.
as I follow, this is a fine place you have here.
Oh yeah, well, not the worst place to get locked up, I guess. Better than like real prison. And when he approaches the curtains, he goes through them, and after a moment, he realizes that he's not alone, and pulls one of them aside for you, showing you what appears to be a showroom. You can see glass cases with metal frames holding all sorts of items, each of them with a little placard that's made of folded paper, standing with descriptions in what you've learned to be English, as well as beast speech, draconic, and a couple other languages that you don't speak. I haven't seen you here before, so I'm gonna assume that you're a freshie.
I do not know what a freshie is, but probably a safe assumption.
Freshie, freshman, first year, uh, I don't know, new student.
Um, that is, I suppose that is a valid
Uh,
assessment.
okay, well, welcome, freshie. This is the supply bucket, although not really a bucket anymore. Also known as my home and eternal prison, although not really eternal. Feels eternal sometimes. And just kind of grumbles to himself some other descriptions of the place. He pulls up a hot plate and a pot onto one of the glass countertops. Um, oh, you wouldn't know what a hot plate is. He pulls up a strange contraption with a metallic ring, um, or a metallic plate in the shape of a ring, and sets a pot on top of it, pouring water inside. You allergic to anything? Circle or whatever your name is.
Cirrus and
Cirrus.
what allergic?
When you say what is allergic, he like rubs his eyes and his temples. Too fucking early in the morning for this. Too fucking early in the morning for this. Are there any foods that make you sick? And he like mimes vomiting. Do you speak anything else other than bee speech? It's my first language, and maybe it's not yours.
Well, I do have this, as I say in Wood Elvish. This with a very resonant echo in Celestial, and you probably don't know this last one. I say Ostravani.
He sips some of the water that he is pouring, taking a while you're speaking, he's pouring some of the water into the pot, and then he just drinks straight out of this jug and fully spits out when you speak in Ostravani. And then in Ostravani, he looks you in the eyes and says, "Say that again."
A cunning smile lights up in Sirius's face and eyes. Oh, thank God, someone speaks a normal language.
Where are you from? Why do you know what that means?
Um,
Give me a
that is
perception
a
check.
that is a story I don't necessarily know all that well myself. That's reactive. 13.
13. You notice that while you smirked and were looking him over, he's gripping a knife and pointing it at you from under the table.
Going to raise my hands. I don't mean harm. I kind of just fell here yesterday.
You just fell here. And he does air quotes with both hands, including the one that's holding a knife. Also, it was 2 days ago, just so you know.
Well, now it was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I mean, though he's probably still asleep at this point, I could get the person I fell on to confirm.
No,
I think I'm
I
this Albanian. I don't know what Albania is. I'm still lost on this.
he looks at you, and after a moment, he drops the knife and it clatters to the table and falls to the floor, and he just kind of wraps around himself and starts laughing hysterically. Okay, okay.
Oh, I broke the J.
Okay. Yeah, so all right. All right. There's no way that you're not real. But yeah, sure. So Albania is a country, nation, whatever you want to call it. And we have something here. By the way, you should probably learn that this is the United States is what this country is called. Um, ooh, you wouldn't happen to know when you are from back home.
Um, do I have a point of reference?
Uh, so the beautiful thing about the lands beyond is, so far I have not established to anyone but you anything about their calendars, their timescales, and all that. The only thing that real, because technically you're not from Ostravan in quotes, you're from the world that is called Ostravan, but you're not part of the nation. Um, a fun fact about Ostravani is it's just the language from the lands beyond, the place that the Beast Folk and the Tabaxi and all them come from. You can pretty much make up whatever you want here. Or we can pause and work on it for a little bit.
Well, because there's apparently a very major thing that I don't know what happens.
Yes. So
which is probably used as their time scale in the later portion.
correct. Yeah. The what's the word? The original time scale in Old Osteron was defined by the High Elves before the Great War. But in quote unquote modern day Ostravan, time is referred to in the same way that we do here in the real world before Common Era, with the higher the number
Common
being
errors.
yes, the Common
Yeah.
Era is post-war or PW.
Yeah.
But
P-dubs.
yeah, P-dubs. But yes, you would know the world in neither of those timescales, as you are from somewhere completely different.
Time to create an arbitrarily large number, chat.
If you want, roll 30 D100s.
Sounds cool. $16.90.
Okay. 1690 what? There's a couple calendars, and I don't want to give you spoilers if you don't know how. Or wait. Pause. I'm from Medjay. Do you know what Medjay is? And
The
so
answer
you're
to that question is no.
yeah.
No.
Okay. So maybe you're pre-war, or God, I really hope you're not that far ahead. Are you still holding your phone? I imagine you are.
Yeah.
Do you have those things where you're from? And he points to your phone.
This is my first day using it. Well, that and last night.
Okay. Probably pre-war. I don't think I should tell you how that ends. Okay, interesting. But you can, and he points to a sign that says specials in English, and a bunch of other like it says that in English what you imagine would be draconic, it says specials in Beast Speech, and then in Ostravani it says specials. And there's a bunch of, different items listed. You can read that, and he takes the same dagger and like gets up on a stool, and with his tippy toes can barely with the point of the dagger reach the ceiling where this is written right under. You know what that means?
Yes, specials. It's in this context, I believe, something that is on sale or exclusive.
Yes. Okay. Holy shit. I didn't know that there was more than one of you guys. Or one of us. Oof. Oh, man. Damn. I'm sorry, I've just never met anybody else from home since I've been here. Oh shit, I guess I never introduced myself. Sorry, I'm underdressed. Well, I mean, I was sleeping. And he extends a four-taloned claw over the counter as he gets down off of the stool. Well, yeah, I'm Jay, the shopkeeper and prisoner here.
Do I want to know about that prisoner part?
Well, God's willing, this isn't your future too, but I tried to get home by myself a long time ago. And let's just say I wasn't successful. And instead of going to jail, and he says jail in English, they kind of keep me here as a sort of indentured servant. I wouldn't really describe it as slavery, but it's been likened to slavery before. Basically,
That's
I have to
quite.
serve here for, and then he like counts on his talents a while. And you notice that he counts through all 4 of his talons on both hands 5 times before stopping.
Hmm. And I suppose you haven't found out a better way since.
No. Um, I did find out how to bring more things here,
Get
and
the best brow raise possible as you get from a fox face anatomy.
um, he looks kind of down at the ground, uh, and like starts like anxiously grinding what appears to be some sort of herbs or spices and throws them into the pot as it starts to reach a boil. Well, before I say anything, I want to let you know that my experiments were years ago. So don't get any ideas. I didn't bring you here. But I mean, if logically speaking, if I can bring myself, well, like you, I didn't really ask to be here. But if I can bring some of my stuff from home, surely, eventually, we gotta get back, right?
I mean, a door works both ways.
I mean, one would imagine. So I thought, and I've been he looks you up and down, and after discarding, or not discarding, after dispersing the spices over the pot fully, he like twiddles with the dagger in his taloned fingers. It was just you? Like when you came over, no friends, no family, brothers, sisters, cousins, your dad. I don't know.
I was alone at the time.
All right. Well, not to get too personal, but were you alone before? You know,
There's a slight pained expression on his face.
the echoes of guards getting hacked and slashed, ripped and torn to pieces, quietly echoes in your
No,
mind for a moment.
no, but there was reason for them to not be there. We're here, I suppose. And is honestly possibly for the best.
Okay. Well, I can't make heads or tails of that. I got here through an act of God. Um, that's the only way I could describe it. Myself, my friends, uh, he stops. Some important people were with me, and we were, well, we found out that one of our number was a spy for a group called the Mouse Guard. I don't think they exist yet for you. Um,
Not even in the slightest, I do not believe.
okay.
That or my father kept that under wraps.
They're um similar to you, and he touches himself at the shoulder and then stops and just says similar to you, I guess. They're people like us, but that kind of take the shape of, different kinds of what humanoids here would call animals. Um, they were in a long fight with a separate faction that uh, was led by the King of the Rats, and she she betrayed us. We thought we were going to, we had a big job. We were supposed to get this priceless dragon egg and deliver it to the King of the Rats. But she set us up, and I was supposed to die. It's so strange to say, but we were led into the dragon's den by her, and yeah, she'd awoken the dragon, and I was about to be eaten. I could I could feel the moisture in the mouth of that thing as it consumed me, but I just woke up here. I thought this was hell for a little bit. That it was divine punishment for my hubris, but no, we're real. We are real, you and I. And I mean, it sounds like you had better circumstances than me for crossing over. So for that, I'm sorry that you had more taken away from you.
I have a sense that that would not have lasted much longer.
Well, you never know, I guess. Uh, he takes the pot off of this strange little contraption and starts pouring the tea into two mugs. One of which is shaped just like a standard one, but it's colored with a deep blue base, and near the top half there is an interesting, almost stellated pattern of blacks or off blacks and little off whites. And the second one is shaped like an owl head, a little more cartoonish, but and he offers you the blue one. So you've been here. So this is your second day ever. You just came in yesterday, and well, you must have found a party if you think you're a student. And I guess the foreign exchange program, they assumed that you were the kid from Albania that never showed up.
That sounds about correct.
Okay. Well, I got good news and I got bad news. What do you want to hear first?
Mm, the bad news.
Bad news? It's gonna be a long time before you go home, buddy.
I
And to be honest, I don't know if we can get home, but I have reason to believe that we can. The good news is that you're not alone anymore. Um, I'm not allowed to give out special discounts anymore, but if there's anything that's like about to expire or, um, something that somebody's going to throw away, if you help me, maybe I can help you get some things.
an accord, I suppose. That should suffice.
Not 100% sure what that is, but if you mean like a deal,
Sorry. Must.
hey man, I'm a farm boy that just happened to know how to, swing a sword and mix a couple potions. I don't, I've learned how to talk like these people.
Is it going to be as nightmarish as it already seems?
He laughs and smiles. No, worse, but well, as different as these people are, in some ways they're just the same. All trying to, keep their fires warm, their people fed. Maybe see what it's like in another world. Because this world that we're on, doesn't have monsters normally. The monsters that come here are from other planes. They kind of rip a hole in the air, like the ones torn for us, just from different places. This world's like that. It's connected to a lot of things in weird ways.
Interesting. Twirl the, I'm assuming, tea in the mug in his hand.
Mm-hmm. He sips on his and adds a little sparkly blue powder and like a puff of smoke comes out as he starts sipping his tea, but then just goes to like fully down it for about half a second. His eyes glow blue, and he sighs, and his shoulders fall down a little bit further as he kind of relaxes. So were you an adventurer too, Circle? Like before? I mean, obviously you are one now, Do you like go, fight goblins? Oh, by the way, here goblins are people, just like you and me. Did not know that when I came here. Or hunt down some bandits, or even try and slay a dragon, and he like puts his arms above his head and tries to like flex his biceps, but it looks almost like that Bugs Bunny, or just kind of limply hangs there. I mean, not that I killed it, but live to tell the tale.
I suppose the effort's always appreciated. No, I wasn't really the. I mean, I went places, but
You like a bard or a
and
scribe or something then?
he's going to spin into his hand his family staff.
As you try and summon your staff, you can feel the connection with the magical object that has been bestowed upon you, but it doesn't appear.
Try it again.
As you once again try and summon your staff, you extend your hand, trying to swirl it out of your robes, and once again you draw nothing. But almost as if there's a string attached to the palm of your hand. You still feel that same tug that you always feel, connecting you to this priceless family heirloom. You all right,
That's
buddy?
odd.
The hell's the matter with you?
Seems I can't bring my staff forward.
Oh yeah, teleportation is banned in this whole little area. Yeah, that's my fault. Sorry. Um, I thought I was smarter than these guys. I was not.
I didn't really think of it as teleportation, more of something that was just there.
Yeah, well, and he does the air quotes again. Teleportation is kind of like their catch-all. It's, anything being summoned, summoned or dispelled, strangely enough. Um, transported, even things that are like assembled. Like, I don't know if you're the type of magic guy that can, you know, like
Hmm.
change things, so to speak. Transmuter. That's the word, transmuter. I don't know if you're a transmuter, but yeah, that shit also doesn't work here. They really, really tied my hands tight, and then they tell the students that it's for their own safety, when it's more so because they don't want me to get out.
I was gonna try to cast Mage Hand, and I'm assuming it fails.
Please roll an Arcana check.
Oh boy, Arcana. I'm so good at this. I could probably. Hmm. I don't think I can guidance it. 10.
10. You try and cast Mage Hand, and the hand is forced back into your fingers with almost like an electricity, and you take 3 points of damage. Oh, yeah, rookie mistake. Sorry there, buddy. I wouldn't try any offensive magic. In my experience, it almost always comes back on you. See, we're
Wouldn't
not
think of
in
that
this
as
school
offensive.
right now. We're somewhere else.
I mean, is it as simple as I can just step out the door and come back real quick?
Oh, sure. I mean, you could do that.
Nothing against you.
No, hey, no offense taken,
And I'm
But
just gonna quickly step outside,
yeah,
wave back staff, still barefoot by the way,
yeah.
and then
Uh,
walk back in, staff in hand.
I will say you notice a couple things. Um, you've been talking with Jay for a little bit, and as you walk out past the curtains into this hallway, uh, you notice that the doors aren't there. There's just the end of the red velvet hallway with the amber carpet abruptly ending in a curtained wall as it was before. Do you just continue walking into the curtain?
I suppose.
As you do, you feel this hard, heavy glass door press and flex quite a lot, and strangely not break. And as you look outside, the sun is exactly where it was before. The top
Hmm.
of it just barely kissing the horizon and shining light upon this world. Your staff is summoned to you without issue as you make this
I then
observation,
fold immediately inside.
and you head inside. The staff stays with you upon returning, and Jay is already filling a second pot of water when you get back. Hey, there you are. God, you took a while. Ooh, that is a nice staff. Did you make that?
Sorry, I out of character, but my dad just stepped in.
Oh, you're good. Do you want to pause? Do you need a pause?
I lost the entire part after folding back in, like after I
Okay.
finished talking.
So you notice that the sun is in the exact same position that it was when you had left. You summon your staff without issue. It comes to you. You still feel the same tug, but now you feel its mass and its intricate details in your hand. You turn and return.
Yes.
Um, you return in, see the same red velveted walls, curtains over what you assume to be walls, and soft amber carpet clinging to your feet just a little. Heading back down the hall into the showroom, you see Jay with a second pot of tea already ready, and he's pouring it into his mug. Oh. Looks like we're gonna have to pause here. We're back. For you, it's probably been like 2 seconds. For us, it's been like an hour and a half. I took a whole nap. King, are you ready to get back into this?
Yes.
All right, sweet. So, as we were, what's the word? You had head outside, grabbed your staff, felt the nice, heavy mass of the wood and its intricate, beautiful details in your hand, and the connection restored. As you come back, you see the beautiful red velvet curtains dressing the walls with the amber carpet clinging to your feet, and you head down to see Jay, with another pot of tea completed and being poured into his mug. You want some more?
Sure. You're a fast drinker, aren't you?
Oh, well, I mean, there's not much else to do in here. Also, time's kind of weird in the cell. He ponders explaining it to you and then just pours himself a mug and then pours you one.
You know, that is a perfectly valid option.
Same as before, you observe him. Do you take the second mug? It's separate from the one that he's given you that you may still be holding. This time, it's that in the shape of a dragon's skull. And the inside of the mug is made with some sort of tempered glass as it is clear. And the bone, at least structurally, seems correct, but it's hard to tell if it's real or not. Maybe best not to ask. Up to you. Obviously, it's scaled down to that,
Yeah, I suppose you'd take it.
Same as the last one, he put some sparkling blue dust in. Little explosion, puff of smoke erupts as he starts sipping. His eyes seem to light up more the more that he drinks this stuff. Okay. So, you have a party, I'm assuming, seeing as you haven't been thrown out yet. You have a
They
phone.
all swore up and down I was all painting phone, and I hold up the magical brick
Okay.
as they understand it, which is barely.
Uh, it took me a while to understand. We have something similar from when I'm from. I think, you know, learning technology is one of those things where you just gotta do it at your own pace. If you're lucky, you'll have an artificer, and they'll just do a lot of that for you.
Hmm. Not sure on that matter. I don't know exactly what my compatriots are quite yet.
No, it's only been a day. That'll come in time.
Another
Uh,
quick pause. Sorry. Uh,
oh,
dinner's basically ready, so like
all right.
another 10-minute break.
Sounds
Yippee!
good.
Oh,
Pause up. All right, and we're back again. 2 seconds for you, a lot longer for me. Just me. He's fine. The mug that Jay fills with this strange tea. By the way, do you have any of this? Oh no, you mentioned that you were sipping this. It's a nice warm herbal tea. The only really bit about it, like in terms of flavor, that you can immediately pick out is that it's got some cinnamon in there. The rest of it's kind of a mystery. The mug that he has handed to you is in the it's almost like a container wrapped around a second container. There's a strange, almost like uh round bottom flask with a triangular prism extension in the front to fit the kind of maw of this shrunken down shrunken down but very strangely to scale and detailed dragon skull mug. Um, the dark liquid fills it, and you notice that the mug in the front of it, where the teeth are, the fangs wrap around a glass container that is built inside this bone structure. The handle is made of what appears to be either small jointed bones from a finger, or perhaps maybe it could be shrunken down, like the tibia and fibula, I believe, is the bones in the arm. It's kind of hard to tell without extensive knowledge of anatomy.
which I don't have.
Yeah. Um, I don't even think Cirrus could spell anatomy
In English, God no.
in any language, I feel, but
Yeah, 7 intelligence will do that to a person.
7 intelligence will do that to a person. But um, eh, excuse me, I'm still a little under the weather. But yeah, you've now got 2 mugs in your staff. And you notice that Jay's kind of moved around to the center area of this kind of showroom where there's a till on the counter, and he's got a nice leather chair that almost swallows him as he sits and leans back in it. This chair was very clearly made for a medium-sized creature, and he doesn't seem to mind. Um, so, where'd you get that staff, Circle?
It's a tradition in our family. Each respective member gets their own to add to it as they see fit. First two aspects, gifts from their parents.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. You know, it's if it ain't now, that's probably going to be really powerful someday. I don't know if you know this, but chronergy is the most powerful form of magic. It's why we have a lot of rituals and different kinds of spells that are passed down through generations. Each generation that keeps these like torches burning will make the next generation's fire burn a lot brighter.
Chrono what?
Chronergy, time magic. Ugh. I thought I was the the bumpkin. You got all those fancy robes. Do you not know anything? You're using like
Chief,
4-syllable words like accord.
I don't think Cirrus knows what chronergy is.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Also he said accord is a 4-syllable word. You think Jay's smart?
No. I think this is two low-end characters
Yeah,
yapping to each other.
two idiots making fun of the other for being stupid.
I'm smart in the political sense, which just so happens to not be intelligence.
Yeah. Do you say that?
No,
Okay.
but he's certainly thinking it.
Yeah, chronology, time magic. It's part of the stuff that, like, even though you and I are from the same place, we're not from the same time, and he just kind of extends his arms and shrugs slightly, gesturing to the room that you are both in together. By the way, what year is it out there? A lot of the people that come through here tell me different things, and I can't tell who's like just trying to fuck with me,
You are asking the wrong person.
He puts a couple of his fingers on the bridge of his nose and slowly sighing, he nods. I know, but you're the one guy I can trust, all right? Don't trust what anybody says outside of here. You and I are the only two people on the same team.
Fair.
So what's the game plan?
I suppose the only way is to... The only thing I can think of is to secure footing here, get my bearings straight, and then possibly start working on a way back. And no offense to you, try not to get caught.
Well, I was gonna say don't get caught, but well, yeah, beat me to it. None taken, a half-baked plan is sometimes worse than no plan at all, as I've learned. But I wish I could help you more. But, he creates a small illusion of handcuffs around his wrists as he continues to sip his tea.
I think you mean mime and not create a small illusion.
No, illusions are fine, just so you're aware. It's conjuring. The mage hand is tangible.
Fine.
Sears can definitely bring that up to him.
I just look at the handcuffs and then look back at my slightly scorched probably hands.
Hey man, when all you can do are stupid illusions and party tricks, you gotta get good ones in when you can. They don't even let me mix the potions anymore. They have the students do that. Don't look at me like that. I only tried to break out with it once.
I suppose that'd be the second part after I figure out the how to get out of here, how to get everyone else out of here.
Well, everyone is... You're looking at them. Also, not to, crush your dreams or nothing, but if you don't even know what chronergy is, I'm a little worried you have no idea how you're going to be able to get not only back to where you're going, but when.
I mean, do they teach that stuff here?
Chronergy? Oh yeah. You gotta get... That's one of those, you wouldn't know what an AP is. Put it to you this way. That's one of those rather fancy classes for rich people who got a lot of extra time to study. You look the part for the rich person, but I don't know if you're up to the task mentally as he looks you up and down.
I mean, might be able to figure it out. After all, manipulating the weave is just part of my nature.
Well, if you're so
More of a
confident,
feel thing.
then hopefully you get good enough that you could pull me out before this whole fucking mess happened. I have no idea how long I've spent in this place. Part of the punishment. You understand.
I suppose if they're going about messing with the time thingy, then yeah, they wouldn't want you to be aware of what the time currently was.
Well, heads up, if you ever end up in here with me, you go crazy pretty fast. You gotta do a lot to maintain your sanity. What does the sun look like? It's been so long.
You know, I me just looking at my spells real quick.
Choose wisely.
Let's see what spells we have. I could charm person. That's probably a bad idea. That's an attack. That's a conjure. That's a buff. That's I don't know what mending counts as. That's a buff. That's a attack. That's an attack. That's a conjure. Man, I need some different spells at some point. Next level up, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, let's actually take that 3 damage from earlier.
I'm not gonna say whether or not any of your spells will be able to go off without hurting you. But I will give you
I
the hint out of character that it depends on the school of magic.
I'm pretty sure that's not even written down.
It is. If you hover over any of the spells, it tells you the level and the school of magic it is.
Well, let's see. Necromancy is probably absolutely not conjuration. I definitely not. Evocation's probably in the same pool as conjuration. Uh, Abjuration's a little iffy. Transmutation's probably also iffy. So yeah, it's probably a bad idea if I cast any spells in here.
That's up to Sirius. That's not up to you.
Well, I just got slapped in the hand by my own spell, so no.
Okay. Well, maybe he only takes one time to learn. I don't know.
These metaphors are getting out of hand. All right, so set bearings, figure out. I'm going to say things. Learn how to manipulate time and space.
You say it like it's
Yep,
so fucking easy, and he finishes his mug. So you can explain to me who the hell sent you to me?
I never caught his name.
Oh, brother! and he spins around in his chair, kicking his little feet. He looks like a child with, how large everything is around him.
This is out of character. Petulant child.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You probably can't fucking speak to anybody. I guess some more advice for you: stick to your party. It's their obligation, at least as long as you remain undetected, that you're not the Albanian. They have to be at your side, at least while school's in session. After that, you're on your fucking own, man.
Mm.
Yeah, what are other things that you should know here? Currency is still the same, strangely enough. Copper, silver, gold. Goblins are people, don't kill them. Very important. Oh, something that you should know about this place that we're in, this specific city, people are terribly nice. But if you leave the area, that kindness and goodwill to one another, you can kiss it goodbye. I don't know if that's a normal thing where you're from, but the further you get from here, and he points to the ground, the amber carpet, the worse people are to you, or at least that's my experience.
Hmm.
I don't know. There's something important about this place. I never got to figure out what it was.
The place being the campus.
I don't know if it's the campus, the city, but this place, and I might be connecting, I might be connecting nothing, but there's something about this place that people are generally better willed to one another. I mean, fights happen and all that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just that they're all working to a common goal of making this place better. Like
Duly
you, I
noted.
still don't really have a frame of reference. I just know, I'm just you, but give it some time.
I suppose we shall see how it goes. I will attempt to solve this problem with my abilities. Um, money wise, uh,
Funding wise, you're on
chuckles.
your own, pal. He opens the register and shows you the drawer. They don't let me touch the fucking money. I take it from people, I put it in here, and then it goes away. And then if people need change, it spits it out for me. They don't
Oh no,
trust me with anything.
I'm not asking for handouts.
Oh.
That's beneath me. Do you have any recommendations?
For what? Jobs?
Perchance.
Well, he leans forward, putting his elbow on one of his knees and his head in a hand as he thinks. Well, I didn't know much when I came here. And the job that I did made a lot of money, but I didn't realize how unsafe it was. Uh, the uh, so each of the different classes have their own kind of school structure. I didn't know what they're all called, but the guild for artificers, are you tough? Like could you
Uh,
like if you got your ass kicked, you could walk away, you'd be fine.
ideally, I don't get my ass kicked in the first place. but
Okay,
I
so
might be able to walk away.
test subject might be out. If you're looking to make money fast, find an artificer and let them make potions for you. As far as I'm aware, none of them have killed anybody. Sometimes you really, really wish they did, though. I don't know if this guy is still a student here, but he starts like he gets up to a desk and starts scribbling on a piece of paper in a notebook, and offers you an image of a high elf named Demetrius Van 11. Do not ever take anything from this guy. He gave me a potion that said it would make me faster, but what it did was it made my perception of time slower. And when I mean slower, I mean he throws a pen on the ground. In the time it took for that to fall, it felt like hours or maybe a day. And my body did not keep up with that. I just had to stay there. Maybe find whichever party member you trust the most and have them read contracts for you. Because, again, I'm still fine. But
I suppose I need someone to read my contracts.
unless you're a lucky guy, then do what you want, but
Well, I thank you for your time and your advice. I am sorry for waking you
no, you're
at such
fine.
note.
Honestly, I'm just glad that it wasn't like another prank call or somebody just trying to fuck with me. I've been here so long, some of the students don't think I'm real. They think I'm like some kind of construct. So, I thank you for your grace and your respect.
Pleasure was mine, and I give him a bow.
Oh, and he he brushes off his t-shirt and his nylon basketball shorts and bows to you as well, hitting his head on the glass of the counter. Jeez, sorry. Oh, and add my number to that phone of yours. Or actually, you probably don't know how to do that. I'll text you. I might need things from outside. But that's between us.
Hey, I won't tell if you won't.
He gives you a wink and points one of his talon fingers at you. Stay safe out there. Hopefully we can both make it out of here.
Hopefully, indeed. I'm going to set down both of the teas that both have been like half drinking out of.
He starts cleaning the shop and putting away the hot plate and stuff. Back to you. You notice that when Jay isn't facing the counter, the till actually demanifests fully. Do you actually eye any of the wares in the shop, or do you just leave?
Passive glance.
You notice it's almost like there isn't like a clear division between martial and magical items. You imagine that all of this is magical in nature, at least in origin. But on your left hand side, you see swords and scimitars and strange looking contraptions that are in metal cages. The blades are shown openly, but these little metallic objects, they're shaped quite strangely, um, and it's hard to intuit how one would even hold them. But it seems that they may be extra powerful as they need added security, or at least security theater. It's hard to understand how this place works. As you get to the center, you notice necklaces, you notice rings, as well as like a couple of wands. And as you go to the right, that's where you see large staves, wands, rods, and far to the right, there's actually a little extension past, like that goes behind where the door is, and you see a bunch of potions and such. What you can read one of the signs in English just barely. Um, discount. Hard to fully grasp what that one is, but uh, there's a big trough of potions, seemingly all different shapes, sizes, colors, that has a sign in front of it that says in English, Celestial, Beast Speech, and several other languages, and Draconic. Um, it says free, and then in parentheses in small text, but only one per person.
I'm just going to take one.
Please roll me a d12.
Chat, we took the gamble potion the second it was offered. 10.
10? Interesting. You take a potion that has a viscous kind of aquamarine color, and the potion itself is in a like a triangular prism shape, with the top of the bottle is actually not open fully. It goes to a point, but at a strange one. It's almost like a needle.
I'm going to call out, Jay, I'm taking one of the free potions.
Huh? Yeah, have at it. Grab two if you want. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, whatever. He takes a second.
Give me another D12.
I mean, they quite literally offered it to him. 3.
Okay. This potion that you get is in the shape of like a ram's horn, curling in upon itself multiple times. This one is like a charcoal gray, thick sludge. Like when you turn the bottle, it takes an extra second or two, like molasses slowly pouring out on a cold day, from one end of the bottle around the loops to the other. This one opens normally, and you can drink it whenever you like. Please mark charcoal gray sludge potion and aquamarine injection in your inventory.
Aquamarine injection.
Injection.
Somewhere else, but I'll shift it over.
Do you do anything else as you leave?
No.
Okay. Now that you're in the potion section, you do notice that at the far, far wall of this little extension, there is a one potion that is kept behind two separate walls of glass and then a small metal cage inside of those two separate barriers. There are no signs, just simply a 1 and then 7 zeros.
Cool. I note that there's this really defended potion, and I just leave.
You head out, walking through the first set of curtains, through the red velveted hall, and into the wall that becomes these strange glass doors. And the sun was right where it was when you entered. As you do, or as you exit, your phone buzzes. Bzz, bzz.
I look at it.
You notice that there's a notification, and then it immediately dies. The screen goes black, and it stops making
I
noise
I
entirely.
I tap it.
No response.
I start pressing buttons.
You press the home button multiple times, volume up, volume down. Perhaps this device has locked itself. Um,
This is tragic.
this might be something that you need to speak to one of your party members about.
Well, considering absolutely no time seems to have passed, I just start walking back.
All right, and I think with that, we're gonna call that here as you start walking back with the sun rising in front of you.
It's in my eyes.
It is in your eyes. Your brilliant orange fox eyes.